Hey everybody, Joan Zodianz here, and welcome back to another episode of Spiritual Zundayz. So this week, not much has changed, so I'll just update you on upcoming astrological events. So last week I had a little hiccup. I said Scorpio full moon when I actually meant Sagittarius full moon. That's my bad. I read it wrong. I misread it. And but the Scorpio full moon or Scorpio moon, sorry, was right before the Sagittarius full moon. So it still applied to everything that I was saying, but if you saw me on Instagram, I updated it over there and what that full moon meant for everybody. Now, let's just go ahead and move on from that. I wanted to forget it. I was thinking to myself, man, I should just update or just redo my podcast and everything. So embarrassing. But I'm just human, you guys. I'm just human. I really need to wear my glasses from now on. I have glasses, but I hate wearing them. Everybody's like, yeah, you should probably get like LASIK and everything, but I'm scared of of that even happening. What if I come out and I'm blind? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want anything touching anything sensitive like that. So let's go ahead and just get into it. There's not that big of a change since last week. So I'm just going to go over everything that will happen and everything that you need to prepare yourselves for. Biggest thing that's going to happen is the Mercury Retrograde. It's still in Cancer. This happens on the 18th. And it will stay in a retrograde until July 12th, okay? So from June 18th to July 12th, we will be in a Mercury retrograde in Cancer. Now, Cancer Mercury, Mercury, oh my Lord, Joan. Mercury has been in Cancer since May 29th, and it'll stay in there until August 5th. We're actually seeing, let me backtrack a little bit. We're actually seeing a lot of planets staying in one zodiac sign for a very, very, very long time. For instance, Mars is shifting into Aries on the 29th, where it will stay until January of next year. That's about 6-7 months from now. And then we have Venus in Gemini, and it's been in there since April 4th, and it will stay in there until August 7th. And we should already know we're in a Venus retrograde right now, which started on May 13th, and it will end this month on June 24th. So we have a lot of planets here just shifting in and out of retrogrades, and it's befitting for everything that's happening. As sad as it is, there's a lot of changes that need to happen this year. And with Mars shifting into Aries and Mars being the ruling planet of Aries, we're going to see a lot of action. Okay. We're going to see a lot of things getting done in these next 6 or 7 months. Okay. And it's an exciting and scary time as well, only because it shifts in and out of retrograde. So this back and forth that we're going to see with the government and the people. And I'm not trying to say that it's going to get worse. I'm just trying to say that a lot of people are shifting or changing their perspectives on what society needs to be now. So we're seeing this great evolution. We're all witnessing it. So thank you to everybody that protested. Thank you to everybody that, hosted fundraisers or donated or, did your part on speaking for the people and speaking against injustice and racism. And if you're not one of those people, then, there's still time to educate yourselves on what matters to you. Not judging here. Everybody has their opinions and everybody has their own beliefs. I don't control any of that. It's more of just like educate yourselves, enlighten yourselves, and take a stance on something, okay? Nothing wrong with that, I guess. So let's go back to Cancer Mercury. So when Cancer being a cardinal water sign, is in Mercury, we find our intuition at an all-time high, right? So Cancer being the feeler sign here. And you see a lot of people going with their emotions. Their hearts are on their sleeves. When it goes into retrograde, we may get a lot more people overreacting or jumping to conclusions or assumptions on things because they're so passionate about a topic. So they're extra sensitive right now. And you may just apply this to your own inner circle where you're going to interact with people and there's going to be quite a bit there's going to be some misunderstandings there only because people are so riled up right now. We see a lot of people cleansing their inner circles too, just getting rid of people that they just don't vibe with anymore. But keep in mind, we still have a lot of Geminis out. And naturally, air signs and water signs create this sort of tension, friction in the universe. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing things collide right now. Okay. So it's heart versus mind, what's right and what's wrong. It's this extreme sense of justice, extreme sense of injustice. It's basically the universe, if you want to look at it from a very unbiased perspective, is trying to reset and rebalance itself, whether we like it or not. However, with both elements out right now, especially Cancer and Gemini, we are seeing a lot of people expressing how they feel. So self-expression is a priority for people right now. People are focused on how they can use their voice or how they can use their skill to build awareness, okay? So whether you're on this side or that side, it's irrelevant when it comes to this, right? When it comes to self-expression. And this is really where people are really colliding or having arguments or, being overly opinionated or making assumptions or whatever it is. People are talking, people are communicating, people are trying to connect with each other, trying to change each other's perspectives. It's this great, massive shift in the universe where people have to be or have to make connections, whether it's good or it's bad. Okay. And this just needs to happen so things can get pushed forward. And it's almost like the universe is preparing us for this Mars going back into Aries and it being there for such a long period of time. And planets oftentimes do that. It's not every year that Mars does that, but when it does, it has a more powerful meaning to it, especially because Mars is the ruling planet of Aries. Aries being a cardinal fire sign where cardinal signs are just, natural leaders. They're very innovative. They're very inventive. They are also very controlling. So there's still a lot of work to be done. Everything's not going to happen overnight. Okay. There's no rush to get things completed, even though that's what we want. But from an unbiased perspective and from an astrological perspective, I just don't see that happening, even though people are probably most likely going to push for that. It's really up to the government and the local governments to make all of this happen to appease the people. Because remember, we still have these giants, these planetary giants, Saturn and Jupiter. And it's interesting because they're going to switch places this year. Saturn kind of does a little flip-flop here where it's shifting into Capricorn on July 2nd through December 18th, but then it's going to shift back into Aquarius on December 19th for the remainder of the year. Whereas Jupiter is shifting from Capricorn to Aquarius on December 20th. So this is the moment where I feel I'm making a prediction here, okay? Don't kill me. But this is where I'm predicting where the government is actually going to start actively making these changes to appease the people. It might not be a complete reform of all of our laws, but it's going to be a starting point. And maybe this has to do with the elections coming up. I'm not quite sure about that. But this is the moment where I feel like an even greater and more positive shift is going to happen near the end of the year. So we all just kind of have to hold on until then. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and conclude the podcast here. You guys, I'm going to add a link to join Cosmic District. It's this new membership program that me and Coco are doing, my business bestie. And you guys can go in and watch our live streams. Coco has a 3-day weekend. Well, not 3-day weekend. It's 3 weekends. So it's 3 Saturdays. I don't know how to talk today. So 3 Saturdays, she's going to be hosting a live tarot course. If you guys are interested, you get a 7-day free trial in there and get to enjoy all the benefits. You can learn more by clicking on the link below. And I will see you guys next week. Love you. Bye.